Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to Stalin's Starcraft 2 Battle Report. And in this matchup, I'm actually playing with a fan from YouTube. His Starcraft name is Card Jr., but I believe his YouTube name is Asas112. I don't know, something really hard to pronounce. At any rate, he just sent me a message and added me over Battle.net and asked me if we could play a few games, and I agreed. So, I mean, anyone who wants to add me on Battle.net is more than welcome to, and we'll play a couple games together. I just want to make a strict rule that I do not accept requests for 1 versus 1 matches, but I'll be more than happy to play some 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 with you guys. At any rate, I will be playing as the Red Zerg. Card Jr. will be playing as the blue Protoss, and across the map we face Lupus playing as the purple Zerg, and Entaro Zerotool playing as the teal Zerg. So we can already see that Lupus, is that his name? Yeah, Lupus, has sent out 6 Zerglings doing a Zerg rush. I had already gotten out 6 Zerglings on my own, and we meet each other here. And he just kind of runs by my Zerglings. He's going to try and get up that field, get into that, get up that ramp, get into the mineral field, and start wreaking havoc. But my Zerglings catch up with him. I move back my harvesters, and it's a bloody battle, but my resource line remains untouched, and I still have 2 Zerglings here ready to go. Like I said, well, at the beginning, I don't know if you actually saw what I was yammering on about. But basically, I was worried because I saw that we were facing 2 Zerg, so I was like fearing a Zerg rush right off the bat. So I built a spine crawler and a couple Zerglings, and there was a Zerg rush, but they didn't team up on me. And I say to him, that was full of fail. And I'm just gonna continue, building up at this point. But got a small force of Zerglings, and I decided, okay, it's time to see what's down in Chinatown. So I gathered together these Zerglings, and they're going to go out on a hunt. You're going to see what's going on in our enemy's bases. As you can see, Entaro Zerotool has a ton of resources, more resources than anybody. But looking at our army tab, he's got 0 units to defend himself with. And the same is actually the case with Lupus, but he does have a queen there. So here comes my Zerglings, being chased behind by teal Zerglings, but it's to no avail. And we're in the resource line, and we're just going to start tearing up those drones. He is oblivious to the fact that I'm tearing up his drones. He doesn't seem to be doing anything about it, and they're being massacred. And he brings in his 2 Zerglings to try and defend, but they get caught in between with some terrible micromanagement. There's 2 more Zerglings. They get tearing up, and now virtually his entire force of drones is going to go down. And now he's got a queen. That queen is also not going to stand. And I still have 2 Zerglings left, ready to wreak some havoc here. And finally, they were brought down. And until I watched the replay, I had no idea how utterly and completely I destroyed this guy. Like, looking at his resource tab, he's got, income tab. He's not making any money. He's got 0 harvesters. I killed every single last one, and he's only got 70 minerals in the bank. And now he's got a drone out, so he can still try and regain some of his cash, but things are definitely not looking good for teal here. And I was initially quite worried about kind of facing this guy, because when you start up a game you can see the other guy's portrait, and you guys might not know, but in StarCraft 2 you have portraits that you can unlock based on how many matches you play, and both these guys had really both had portraits that indicated that they had played a lot of StarCraft, that they had had a ton of experience, and they knew what they were doing. So basically that's what this whole portrait thing says to me, is if you go and see one of these guys' portraits that that they've got one that you can only unlock after playing a ton of matches, getting a ton of wins. You can tell that this guy's got some experience and he knows what he's doing, and this was the case with both these guys. So I was a little bit worried about going into this matchup, but things worked out rather well, if I do say so myself. So anyway, Lupus has got more Zerglings going on across the field, and now he's going to try and harass Card Jr. But Card Jr. has been unmolested for the duration of the game, and he's just been sitting back, and he's just been, you know, massing a nice force here, and that, and then he says back to me, that was fail, and just totally molests and rapes those force of Zerglings. So I was a little bit behind most of this match because I focused all in on this rush to try and take down this guy, and in the end it really paid off. But I was way behind in terms of resources and income, and I'm only sort of just catching up right now. I should also tell you guys, while we're in sort of a little bit of a lull period here, I'm in a fantastic mood. I'm in a great mood. Well, first off, I just woke up today, and my free YouTube business cards are here, and they look fantastic, and that's awesome. And also, I got an email from Paradox, and we might be working on, you know, some. I might be getting some review copies of games in the future, but you know, that's all still being worked on. But things definitely look very, very good. So you know, I'm just in a fantastic mood today, and as a result, hopefully that reflects in some of my videos that I'll be recording. At any rate, we can look at our Lupus's base. Lupus has rebounded pretty easily and pretty quickly. He's got a nice collection of Zerglings, and he's got a few Mutalisks out there. I just started getting my Mutalisk horde out, and they are ready to go. Coming out across the field. Antaro Zeratul is still way behind. He's kind of catching up now. Anyway, my Mutalisks meet his Mutalisks, and we start exchanging fire here. And as you can see, I'm rotating my Mutalisks out of battle. I try and rotate the wounded ones away from the battlefield, while having the ones that still have a lot of health fight. But that was a skirmish I ended up losing. I took out the entirety of his air force, but that queen shooed my last remaining Mutalisk away. And finally, we can see that Card Jr. has built up his army, just been sitting back while me and the other guys are duking it out, just built up this army, and he's ready to strike the killing blow here. He's got the entirety of this Protoss force moving out, but it's being attacked by Zerglings, and you can see some great use of that force field move by Card Jr. there, using it to separate those Zerglings and then take them out as he pleases. And then our two forces are, I got more Mutalisks back out, our two forces are ready to take it to the enemy. And they really don't have anything with which they can use to stand up to this force. Let's see, I got more Zerglings coming in. And one ally leaves the game. Lupus has left the game, but Antaro Zeratul continues to persist. So we decide we're going to take him out because he is still kind of a threat and hasn't left the game yet. More force fields going out by Card Jr., and we're trying to divvy up his forces, and then our combined air force and his ground force takes him out, and then it's time to go once again back to town with his drone line. And we can all see a counterattack I'm guessing that Antaro Zero Tool took control of Lupus's forces once they had died, and he tries to throw a couple Mutalisks at us, but it's to of no avail. And now we're about ready to go and kill his allies base that has left the game. And then there's the GG by Antaro Zero Tool, and I think that's actually the end of the matchup right here. So, with that in mind, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been JosefVStalin, and I hope you'll join me for the next matchup. Also, for if you want to add me up on Starcraft and play a couple games, I believe my email is in the description. And I'm not sure what the new system that they have going on is. They change it every time they reopen the beta. But, I mean, the email's there and you can add me if you want. And, or you can just kind of wait till the game comes out in a couple weeks and just, add me then. And then there won't be any more changes to the system. Anyway, you guys take care.